was folding laundry on a quiet Sunday afternoon when my 14-year-old son, Noah, appeared at the doorway. He stood there fidgeting with the hem of his shirt, looking both hesitant and determined. I smiled and motioned him over. "What's on your mind, honey?" He looked down, took a deep breath, and whispered, "Mom, do you think Dad would be proud of me?" My heart ached at his question. Mark, my husband and Noah's father, had passed away when Noah was just 6. Over the years, I tried to keep Mark alive through stories and photos, but hearing Noah ask that brought all the years of missing Mark flooding back. I set the laundry aside and pulled Noah into a hug. His thin arms wrapped around me, and I could feel his tears against my neck. "Oh, sweetheart," I whispered, running my fingers through his hair. "Your dad would be so proud of you. You are brave, kind, and you always try your best." He would be bursting with pride every single day. Noah held me tighter, as if he was trying to hold on to that reassurance. When he finally pulled away, his eyes were red but calm. "Thanks, Mom. I just needed to know." That question opened something between us. After that day, he started sharing more with me about school, soccer, and even about Olivia, the girl in his science class who made him blush when he talked about her. A few weeks later, Noah burst into the kitchen while I was cooking dinner.
"Mom."
I got picked for the regional soccer tournament. I dropped the spatula and hugged him, laughing.
"Noah."
"That's amazing." He looked down shyly. "I think Dad would have loved that." I cupped his face in my hands. "He would have been your biggest fan, just like I am." From that moment, Noah's focus was unstoppable. Every afternoon, he was out on the soccer field until the sun disappeared. I'd watch from the bleachers, cheering so loudly he would roll his eyes and grin. One evening after practice, he asked me to stay longer. We sat on the grass as the sky turned pink and purple. He looked at me, his eyes serious. "Do you think Dad can see me?" I swallowed hard and nodded. "I believe he's always watching over you, cheering you on every step of the way." He leaned against me, and we stayed there in the fading light, just listening to the crickets. On the day of the big tournament, Noah was quiet at breakfast. His hands fidgeted, and he barely ate. "Are you nervous?" I asked. He nodded. "A little." I squeezed his hand. "Just go out there and do your best. That's all that matters." At the field, the energy was electric. When Noah stepped onto the grass, he glanced over at me. I gave him a thumbs up, my heart swelling with pride. When he scored his first goal, I leapt to my feet, shouting his name until my voice cracked. At halftime, he ran over, breathless and beaming. "Did you see that, Mom?" "I saw every second," I said, hugging him despite his sweat. "You're amazing." In the final minutes of the game, with the score tied, Noah made a daring run and scored the winning goal. The crowd erupted, and his teammates surrounded him in a wild celebration. He broke free and ran straight to me, his arms wrapping around me so tightly I almost lost my balance. "We did it, Mom," he shouted, his face flushed with joy. "You did it." I laughed, tears running down my face. "I'm so proud of you." As we walked to the car, he looked up at me. "Do you think Dad saw that?" I stopped and squeezed his hand. "I know he did, and I know he's the proudest dad in the world right now." That night, while we sat on the porch, Noah turned to me and said, "Mom, I want to be like you when I grow up." My heart almost stopped. "Like me? Why?" "Because you're strong. You always keep going no matter what. You make me feel safe and loved. I want to make people feel that way too." I hugged him tightly, feeling the tears slip down my cheeks. That's the most beautiful thing anyone's ever said to me. After the tournament, Noah started exploring new interests. He picked up a camera and began taking photos of everything: the sunrise, our old oak tree, even me laughing over a cup of coffee. One evening, he showed me a photo he took of the soccer field at sunset. On the back, he wrote, "For Mom, my first cheerleader." I held the photo to my chest, overwhelmed by the depth of his love. As he grew older, he continued to surprise me. He offered to help with groceries, fixed the squeaky cabinet door, and even helped me plant flowers in the garden. He still played soccer, but also found joy in photography and writing. On his graduation day, I watched him cross the stage, his eyes shining as he looked at me. He gave me a little wave, and my heart almost burst with pride. That evening, after the party, he handed me an envelope. Inside was a letter and a photo of him as a little boy with Mark, both smiling at the camera. "Thank you, Mom," the letter read, "for being my guide, my support, and for keeping Dad alive in my heart. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you." I pressed the letter to my lips and looked at him, tears streaming down my face. Noah wrapped me in a hug. "I love you, Mom. I love you more than anything," I whispered back. Looking at him that night, I realized that when he asked me years ago if his dad would be proud, he was really asking if he was enough. And through every moment since, he had shown me that he was not only enough, he was everything. He had given me more joy, pride, and love than I ever thought possible. Even in the quietest moments, like when he would leave a sticky note on my mirror that said, "Have a good day, Mom," I could feel the love that connected us to Mark and to each other. Noah's question that day changed our lives. It opened a doorway to deeper conversations, shared dreams, and a bond that no loss could ever break. I was surprised by my son, not just by his question, but by the incredible young man he grew into, thoughtful, strong, compassionate, and full of light. And through it all, I knew one thing with absolute certainty: both his father and I would always, endlessly, be proud.